Hello, this is Ron Giles and our moderator, Tracy, bringing you the International Commodity Clearinghouses Action Plan. The administrative entity is Love One Industries, a division of Love One Society International. It will be the administrator and contracting entity for the program. The clearinghouses will be set up on a computer network similar to the internet, with a huge database where commodity availability are databased and made accessible to other clearinghouses. The network will require and receive distribution orders to move commodities to where they are needed. The purpose of the ICCH program is to stabilize prices for food commodities, manufactured goods, and raw materials, and to ensure farmers and manufacturers receive sufficient profits to stay in business and be productive. Our mission includes organizing a worldwide network of clearinghouses, warehouses, and distribution centers where commodities are stored and then shipped to where they are needed. These clearinghouses will be major warehouse areas and will ship things around the world as necessary to accommodate the needs. Food should be grown organically to feed people healthy, nutritious foods, not grown with pesticides, artificial fertilizers, or hormones to justify larger profits. Some of the larger RSS benefactors could team up to create a computer network similar to the World Wide Web to accommodate the need-driven distribution of commodities. The economic stabilization system will be the underlying program to support the whole ICCH operation. Example of the play for farmers. The local farmer or manufacturer will be offered a 10-year contract with options for more years to pre-purchase their entire annual production at fair prices in the spring of each year. A performance bond will be issued to each contracted entity to cover our portion of the contract. The moving average of the 10-year the last 5-year annual production will dictate the amount of upfront money that they will receive for the following year. Provisions will be made to accommodate the local sale of produce as desired, farmers markets, etc. Paying it forward will be encouraged. At the end of the growing season, Love One Industries will own the produce and store it in purchased or rented storage facilities or warehouses already being used locally. The head of each farm will make growing adjustments to ensure the crops qualify as organic. Small loans or grants will be made available to restore the land to produce the most nutritious crops available. This is a long-term plan. Provisions for the growing of industrial hemp provided by the new Farm Bill will be encouraged with grants needed for new machinery for planting, cultivating, harvesting, and processing of the hemp crop. Each farm will be offered to refinance with the terms offered in the National Real Estate Listings Refinance Program. This is a major benefit for the farmers, that they can refinance according to this program, the listing service program. And this is a major benefit for them to participate with us. The resultant real estate loan with the additional revenue sharing with their per minute download adjusted to cover the loan payments will ensure that the farm can never be foreclosed on again. And the details for this are in the real estate listing service video. Each farm contracted shall receive an additional $1 added to their RSS share payout, which is $525,600 per year, as a contract signing bonus. No pre-purchase contracts will be given for any GMO crop production. We're trying to get them to see that that's not what we're interested in. With the use of grants, Love One Industries will partner with farmers to finance and repair the soil and bringing the farm to a certified organic farm status. This should be accomplished in less than 3 years. It'll take time to do this, so we allow them 3 years to get going on it.
Well, you know what I wonder, honestly, is how we're going to find seed that's not GMO. That's going to be a process.
It is, and yet there are, what are they called, heritage seeds, plants that have continued to produce seeds. It's not a major thing. It's not like the GMO plants, but those plants can go to seed without being harvested.
Perfect.
Then they can increase the seed production, and we don't need the plants, the GMO plants, so we want the heritage plants. Well, we'll let those go to do as much as we can. We'll balance this out, but the idea is to increase the seeds on an annual basis, so we have no need for GMO plants or seeds.
Perfect.
The Community Assistance Center, CAC directors who are local to the farmers, will act as the liaison between the farmer and the Revenue Sharing Solutions program. In fact, assistants or actual directors who are put in position to assist farmers by the ZIM benefactors will be a great resource for the farmers. And if they have questions about anything about the program, then those liaison directors can come in and do some real good training or real good negotiation or whatever they need to have some help from. So the CAC program will extend into the rural areas and have a different emphasis on what they're doing because they're helping the farmers instead of establishing small business loans and that sort of thing. They can do that as well, but their focus will change as you go into the rural areas. And it can accommodate that because the ZIM benefactors will just adjust things so that their directors will have the freedom to do with the things that they want to do. Employment contract shares will be available for farm laborers to sign at appropriate account payout levels for the work being performed. Family children of the farmer 12 years and older may qualify for adjusted employment contract shares up to the age of 18. The head of the farm who signs a contract shall administer the employment contract shares for those in his or her employee in concert with the CAC directors. They too will be eligible for raises as per their farmer's wishes. An agricultural board made up of experts in soil repair and other agricultural affairs will be or may be established to give guidance and education to farmers to coordinate crop rotations for market needs, with emphasis on soil nutrition and the use of fertilizers to maintain organic certification. We say that we establish an agriculture board, but the farmers are the ones that really know what's going on with the land. They're not dumb. They've just manipulated. They've been manipulated to do things for other people because of the economics. But we're going to have these farmers use their expertise and help bring this out of the throes and the disgusting way that farmers have been required to grow produce for just the bottom line, which we don't care what the bottom line is. We're being sure that they're taken care of. So most farmers will be in a position where it's a real good business for them to be in. The local farms will play their part in the preparation of foodstuffs and the packaging required to support the marketing of commodities through distribution channels. Grants will be given out freely. Farmers will return to the social strata of the old days when farming was a respected way of making a living. Corporate farms will be bought and sold back to farming families who lost their farms and forced out of business by crooked banksters. That's what the whole Nasara thing was started from, and that's going. If we find those farming families who want to get back on the land, we'll make it available. We'll just do it, make it happen for them, because they're the guts of our food production. We have not shown them the love that and appreciation that they deserve for all that they've gone through for us. So we're going to bring these people back. Note, much of what has been written reflects what's going on in America. Everything will be similar in every country we are setting up within. The above micro example will support the macro plan of ICCH in the many varied aspects of food production, manufactured goods, and raw materials industries. The foregoing example for farmers can be adapted to the manufacturing of hard goods as well as enhancement of raw material production in support of most sectors of the economy. The ESS, that's the economic stabilization. We'll just go through a little bit of this in case somebody has not seen the other video. The net effect of the economic stabilization system will stabilize the profitability of all participants in the economy, with a net effect lowering the prices of items to the consumer. Following the example of the farmers, the emphasis of the program is to use nutritional processes that look toward the health of the populace rather than the profit-driven processes that cut out nutrition at the basis of the decision-making process. The same idea will be applied to preserve the earth and its ecosystem, with the net result of cleaning up the environment from past profit decisions that hurt the environment. Note, profit there will be a break-even or non-profit approach to all that is done in all of the programs Loved One Society will implement with the help of Zim benefactors. The net effect of the economic stabilization system will be to stabilize the profitability of all participants in the economy, with the net effect of lowering the prices of items to the consumer. Following the example of the farmers, the emphasis of the program is to use nutritional processes that look towards the health of the populace rather than profit-driven processes that cut out nutrition at the basis of the decision-making process. In fact, there will be no problems for benefactors operating under huge losses as a result of our service to mankind. There are huge funds available for us to provide this kind of service and create an environment where mankind can flourish and grow and thrive. The manufacturing sector of the Economic Stabilization System program will use the present national and international distribution systems to support farming endeavors all over the world. Farmers and food suppliers will have a major priority in the program to be supported with lower costs and better financial services for their success. Because ICCH is international, this will include developing countries to increase their production of food that will ensure that each country has enough nutritious food to feed their people. Having the contracted ownership of large equipment, ICCH will ship farming and construction equipment all over the world to support our farming programs. One of the main problems of feeding people beyond the production is the transportation of commodities to where they are needed. Large responsible road building projects will be implemented to create a ribbon of highway in each underdeveloped areas or countries to transport food to the local markets. And a side note, we will be very careful that we don't interrupt. It'll be planned out so that we're not causing problems with building roads all over everything that could be a problem for the local. Like in Africa, you don't want to interrupt their migration stuff and all. The ICCH program will work with brokers and middlemen to enhance the effective distribution of commodities. These professionals are essential as proven distribution chains are already established. ESS, in conjunction with the ICCH program, will incorporate and enhance their petition with the use of employment contracts at any level needed. The overall ICCH program will ensure that every person in the distribution chains of commodities and manufacturers' goods will be financially viable, as well as the producers. Developing water resources, a problem solution application using new available funds. A system of wells needs to be engineered to bring the water to where large farms and villages can be constructed. There is sufficient water available during the rainy season to refill the aquifer, and with their long-growing sunny season, 2 or 3 crops per year may be possible. Clearinghouses on the African continent will collectively be called PATCH, for Pan-African Clearinghouses. The 54 countries in Africa will form PATCH with representatives from each country. PATCH will bring the exporting and importing authority in coordination with each country's government. There's a problem in the food supply in Africa. Many commodities are shipped overseas to markets outside of Africa, leaving shortages of these commodities for the African population. Cocoa beans are a good example. Many people in East Africa cannot afford the prices for cocoa from West Africa that European countries can afford to pay. So they are left out, with many East Africans never having tasted hot chocolate. Increase production with the operating axiom Africa first, then export the excess may be implemented. Many benefactors will be needed for this project. There are perhaps hundreds of these types of projects that can be implemented all over the world. This project started in Africa can act as a prototype for other areas. Yes, there are many other projects like this that ZIM holders want to do. The clearinghouses can be the right structure to accomplish the equalized distribution. Other undeveloping countries have similar problems with similar solutions being the investment of money without a profit incentive. It just takes money and a dedicated workforce paid by RSS bonded employment contracts to build up the required infrastructure. The ICCH, with the support of the ESS, on a more local level, coupled with the equipment Love One Industries can supply, will take on this project with the intensity it deserves. There will need to be a coordinated effort with qualified individuals who have vision to get the ICC up and running. It may take a year or two of intense planning to implement all phases of the program. Each ZIM benefactor will have an opportunity to get involved in areas that suit their desires and capabilities. The ICCH will provide the computer network, and with ZIM benefactor funds, we can build large warehouses to store commodities for distribution. ZIM benefactors will put the meat on the structure to make it work as needed to be a viable source for goods. These are forward-looking statements using new technology. Forward-looking statements using the new technology. We are of the opinion that new technology will come into play to fill in the gaps in our present technology to accommodate the massive changes to our society and the economy that are taking place. The use of fuel cells will compete with the use of electric cars. Fuel cells can accommodate the present infrastructure and is less disruptive of what is already supporting automobile transportation. Using hydrogen as a fuel for fuel cells that create electricity will accommodate traveling over long distance that is prohibitive of battery-based electric cars. Hydrogen is readily available and burns clean with no pollution. The exhaust is H2O. A new distribution network for hydrogen will support hydrogen as the fuel source for electric energy these cars will need, taking existent gas stations and so forth and convert them to dispense hydrogen will accommodate a simple changeover, and this will support the electric industry cars that are coming up. This will keep the present distribution network in place by installing hydrogen pumps and storage tanks. Employment contracts will assist in this industry as well. Anti-gravity machines go out of dimension when traveling and re-enter when landing. Going out of dimensions means they don't collide with each other. They have their own energy source that requires no fuel. The larger machines can be used to haul many truckloads of grains or produce at a time and can be offloaded where needed. No need for roads. Delivery of items is just moments instead of days by truck and even weeks by boat. The nice thing about anti-gravity transportation is that it is fast and efficient in getting the commodity where you want it to be. The ICCH will take great advantage of anti-gravity machines for transporting commodities when the technology becomes available for manufacturing and distribution. Is anyone interested in manufacturing anti-gravity vehicles of various sizes? Even further reaching in vision is our entry into the intergalactic commerce arena. Never before in the history of mankind has there been the solution to commerce beyond this earth. The quantum financial system, with its extreme security, will create an intergalactic financial system used as the medium of exchange. I'm just introducing you the idea that the quantum financial system will be introduced to the galactic financial system so that it is a medium of exchange. The galaxy has the same problem as anywhere in America or anywhere on the earth, in that a medium of exchange that is safe and secure, and all participants participate in it, knowing that it is a safe and secure way of purchasing things, is a brand new idea. Quantum financial system for the whole galaxy and perhaps multi-galaxies. There's no reason for us not to introduce this to our galactic friends and neighbors so that we can have galactic intergalactic commerce with other star nations. It's hard for us to realize this, but I get very strong confirmation that this is the way things will be in the future.
Wow.
With its extreme security, meaning that gold-backed currency, everybody is participating in it, agrees that this process of securing and gold backing of the currency makes it safe and secure for anybody to use because everybody has faith in it. And I believe this is one of the big reasons why the star nations have sent their fleets here to the Earth and cloaked in planetary system and are watching things take place because they have a very strong invested interest in us being successful with this. So that's one of the reasons why you have so many visitors watching the success of the Alliance in conquering the Dracos and off-world evil entities, is because they welcome the potential that exists as the Earthlings become galactic citizens. The future will bring many welcome changes. The ICCH will become the galactic commodity clearinghouses. These last slides are far-reaching and far-looking in the vision of what's coming. But we need to understand that becoming part of the galactic system of nations is our destiny. And our participation in this as we move into it is bringing the quantum financial system. Now, is there enough money to do that? Is there enough gold-backed currencies to do that? The answer is absolutely yes. They've been working on this for years and years and years. And it is now being put into force and will be available for us. The golden age of mankind goes into every location where humans are located, not just on this earth. So as we go into the golden age of mankind, things are changing all over at least our galaxy, as well as many other galaxies, and perhaps even the universe. It's all going into the golden age of mankind. Intergalactic travel will be safe. You don't have people trying to take over and power struggles with Star Trek and that sort of stuff. We're coming into a very benevolent way of living in the golden age of mankind. Those are my forward-looking statements, and this is the end of our programs as far as the videos are concerned. We'll be coming out with a number of other videos to support what's been going on and even support stuff that's on our website. Thank you for your participation in watching this, and hope that it answers some questions and gives you a little glimpse of what things are going to take place as we move into this golden age of mankind. Thank you for your participation, and thank you, Tracy, for your help. And I hope we all enjoy what's coming. Blessings to all.